If you've been on the internet for a while, then you've probably heard of this small indie game called Minecraft. You know, I don't know if you have or not, but it's gotten quite big over the past decade. But right now, it seems like they're finding themselves in a really big stinker. And the developers of Minecraft at Mojang Studios, well, they found themselves in quite the pickle. This is a topic that I really want to talk about, and it's one that's really, really long in the making. This isn't a spur of the moment thing, despite what some people would say. This has been coming. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about Minecraft Live, the replacement of Minecon, because you know, God rest its soul, but it was just full of the sweatiest people. So Microsoft, Mojang, whoever you want to say is calling the shots, they recently did their Minecraft Live, where they announced to the masses what they're planning to do with the future of the game. What are they going to add in the next update? And with that comes something infamous. The Minecraft mob vote. And this year it was a disaster. To catch you up in case you're unfamiliar, the Minecraft mob vote is a system that Mojang implemented, I guess, to try to get the community to kind of interact with the creators, to make it seem like the player base fans' voices are heard. Now, I'm not as much of a Minecraft guy as I was because, you know, I'm an adult and I haven't had a lot of time. But I thought it was a really cool mechanic when they first announced it. I was like, oh, you know what, how could this possibly go bad? It went bad pretty much immediately because it comes to find out, a really stupid idea and did the exact opposite of what they intended to do. And this year it seems to have come to a head as people, the Minecraft player base, have come up in arms like the French Revolution, saying, we need to stop the mob vote, let's get rid of this thing. The problem is they decided to do this a little too late. They decided to start this revolution as the Minecraft mob vote was already in effect, so you know, not much they could have really done there. But the seeds of revolution have already been planted. And it's gonna get ugly next time. Now, the reason the Minecraft mob vote is so controversial is because it makes people feel left out. It makes people feel unheard in its own little sort of way. The way it works is that Minecraft puts out 3 concept mobs out there. They do videos showing off what they could potentially look like and what they could potentially do. And then after that, they put something out so that the player base can vote on it, but they can only vote on one. And then that one mob is introduced into the game, and then the other 2 are completely scrapped. Never seen again. And that's kind of the most upsetting part of the entire thing, and that's what really makes people upset with the mob vote, because the argument has recently been made, why not add all 3? The argument basically goes, if you can add one of these, why can't you add all 3? You clearly have an idea for what these mobs can do, and people clearly have an interest in them. Why not add all 3 of them so that they can be, you know, added in? And that way everybody's happy. And that's kind of the thing with the mob vote that, for me personally, I think that's why it's so stupid, and that's why I think it really needs to go. Because this entire thing, this entire mob vote, was put into the system, into Minecraft Live, or whatever you want to call it, because they wanted to have the players feel included. They wanted to make them feel connected and have a sense of community. The thing is, though, is that when you get people voting, when you get mostly kids voting, it just has the adverse effect. Because then people start forming teams as to which mob they want to have voted in. And then you've got some people, some influencers, who tell their audience to vote a certain way. And of course, being children and being sheep, they of course follow in the footsteps of whatever their favorite creator says. Listen, I'm not getting into the whole politics of YouTube and social media. All I'm saying is there's a reason that there's a voting age in most places around the world. Maturity, people, maturity. I mean, think about it this way. In like regular elections all around the world, they don't have social media people, famous influencers saying to vote a certain way, because that's ridiculous. Wait a minute, I'm getting a little sidetracked. Point being, the Minecraft mob vote has become something of controversy. And each year, as these mob votes have been going by again and again, we see more and more cool concepts of mobs and monsters that could have been added into the game, but at the end of the day were completely scrapped and never looked at again. And that's something I don't think Mojang understands. It's not like we're saying no to that mob, but you're making us choose out of 3 potentially great options. You're Sophie's choicing us. Russian roulette, spin that barrel, put it to your head, and just see what happens. That's basically what you're doing. But the argument has been made, why don't you add all 3 mobs? Which in turn has given Minecraft, and Mojang specifically, the connotation of being lazy. Because why can't they add all 3? That's how the argument goes. And me personally, I don't really believe that. I'm not a coder. I know nothing about coding, but I think adding mobs in with their own unique properties, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do, especially since Minecraft just gets bigger and bigger, more file space, more coding as the game advances and as updates and updates and updates keep coming. I understand why they might not add all 3, but I also think that they should put it on the back burner instead of completely throwing it away, because that just makes your player base angry, and you do not want them to be angry. I mean, the situation has gotten so bad that every single Minecraft update that happens, whenever they do the mob vote, immediately after, like a week or maybe even a couple days after, you get these modders coming up, and then they put these unwanted mobs in the game in the form of a mod, so that people can experience the mob as it could have potentially been. And that's not a good look for Mojang when you have people, not developers, but modders coming in, implementing these things, and doing it in a very quick time manner. Because it just adds more fuel to the argument of Mojang being lazy, which again, I don't really believe, but at the same time, it's like, really? And I understand it's different because it's not in the vanilla game. It's something that has to be downloaded instead of being put into, you know, all of the devices every update. But that's how the argument goes, that's how it's going, and it's not going good. So how do we solve this little pickle? How do we get out of this little jib? Get rid of the mob vote. Just get rid of it. I understand completely where Mojang was coming from, and I understand why they implemented the system. I understand that they wanted to have that connection with the player base and actually listen to them. And the idea is nice, but paper is so much more different than reality. And honestly, Mojang, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, you really wanna get to know Minecraft and its audience and what they're thinking? Just go on TikTok, Reddit, YouTube. There are so many angry 12-year-olds that will love to tell you exactly what you need to do with the game. And you should probably listen. At the end of the day, this was just another disastrous mob vote, one that actually almost started a revolution. It begs the question, what's going to happen in the future? Is Mojang going to do another mob vote? And if they do, will there be an even bigger revolution? Well, we're just going to have to wait and see. I know this video is 5 days late compared to Minecraft Live, and I know, you know, this month has been kind of a stinker when it comes to uploads, but I'm going to get better. It's just crazy scheduling, house construction, school, the works. But that's all I wanted to say. And that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, if indeed you still are. My name is Brockster, and I bid you all adieu.